thank you so much. Let me first thank you, Reverend Butts, Virginia, and all of our distinguished members of the clergy who are here today, once again helping us to break the silence. Break the silence. That's what today is all about. And I have to just thank Chairman Rangel for your bold leadership and for your political acumen to be able to put this all together and to bring us to this point with so many co-sponsors on this bill. And Chairman Rangel, you know that the Congressional Black Caucus is going to work very hard to make sure that this bill moves through the process, we get it to the floor, get those 218 votes, and get it on over to the President and want a signature as soon as possible. So thank you so much, Chairman Rangel. We're going to work very hard on that. Let me just say a couple of things very quickly. I come from Oakland, California, Alameda County, where we had to declare a state of emergency in 1999. Congresswoman Maxine Waters led the initiative when she was chair of the Congressional Black Caucus, establishing the Minority AIDS Initiative. We started with 157 million, now maybe 450, 500 million, just a drop in the bucket, but it was a marker. And so I just want to thank you, Congresswoman Waters, for your leadership on that. Major step. And let me take a moment to introduce my colleagues in the Congressional Black Caucus who each and every day work on so many issues that it's hard to even explain. Sometimes at home I try to talk about what all each member does and it would take forever. So I would just like to recognize them and first of all thank them for their support and their friendship and their leadership on the tough issues on behalf of the least of these. Congressman Alcee Hastings from the state of Florida.
Right behind you is Don.
Congressman Donald Payne from New Jersey. Congresswoman Carolyn Kilpatrick from Michigan. Of course, Congressman Jerry Nadler from New York, who's a Congresswoman Diane Watson from California. Congresswoman Maxine Waters from California. Congresswoman Castor from Florida. Thank you for being here. And I know Congressman Andre Carson was here earlier. He had to leave. But Donna Edwards, Congresswoman Donna Edwards. But I think you can see, is Donna still here, from the turnout of the CBC that we are in full support of H.R. 1964 and we intend to move forward to make this real in terms of a bill signed into law. Members of the Congressional Black Caucus publicly have been tested several times here in Washington, D.C. It's so important. Reverend Warnock, I was at Ebenezer Sunday and saw you tested. The importance of having leadership, people who trust you, see you tested, it really will make a big difference in stamping HIV and AIDS from the face of this earth. Finally, let me just say, one initiative that the Congressional Black Caucus we mounted and finally were able to implement and get signed into law is lifting the travel ban for those living with HIV and AIDS. We finally did that. And Mr. Chairman and Reverend Tuck, I want you to know we were able in doing that to designate Washington, D.C. as the site for the 2012 International AIDS Conference. And that is so important because we want to shine some sunlight and some sunshine on what is taking place in the African American community as it relates to HIV and AIDS and get the world's attention on our plight so that we know we'll have that solidarity with the world community as we move forward. And so I just want to thank all of you for being here, for your hard work, for your prayers, and for being on the front line, and for making sure that our constituents who are members of your congregation understand that we love them, that we're working hard in this political environment to make sure that all of the issues are addressed that they are disproportionately affected by as it relates to HIV and AIDS. And just know that once health care reform is passed, that will be a happy day where we will then move forward, as you said earlier, Virginia, and make sure that H.R. 1964 will have that added impetus to get over to the President's desk and get signed into law. So thank you, Chairman Rangel, again for your leadership, and thank you all for being here. God bless you.